Hi, and welcome to Qigong Live Online. This is the beginners class. So I've just run an advanced class just before this one, and I've issued a challenge about weight. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But first of all, what we're going to do this time is we're going to do exercises for upset stomachs, for the basic exercises that if you get a stomach disturbance or a digestive disturbance. And we're going to talk about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about what happened in the other class, so you can link back and have a look what I issued a challenge out for about either losing weight or putting weight on. So let's talk about that shortly. First of all, we're going to bow. Hold your hands on the side of your body, roll back onto your thumbs, and then bring your left hand underneath, right hand on top, and then two thumbs together. Touch your two thumbs together. Good. And go. Open your hands, bring energy towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. So digestive issues, it's common. There's lots of, and in Chinese medicine you can imagine, there's lots of things that cause digestive dysfunctions in the body. But we're just going to go into a couple of them in a basic level understanding of this. Actually, I'll talk about that first. The spleen and the stomach, they're yin and yang, they're both earth element, and they have a lot to do with digestion. The liver has a function, a part of the digestion as well, which we'll talk about how it affects the digestion. But we're going to tonify the stomach. So the stomach gets the food and breaks all the food down and puts enzymes with it and goes into the small intestine where it's absorbed through the small intestine and the large intestine. And then it goes into the blood supply to feed all the cells. Yep, so that's pretty well known. But the spleen's energy, what it does is give the energy for that function. The spleen takes the energy from the food and then it gives energy to the stomach to help the stomach digest the food. And then also the spleen also gives energy to the lungs to help you breathe, and it also gives lungs energy to your battery, which is your kidneys. So the spleen's vital part of the whole digestive function. It's not just a stomach thing that's going on. Energetically, it's been funded by the spleen's energy. And I don't mean the little tiny spleen organ, I mean the two big spleen meridians. They're like the powerhouse for that. So we're going to do some exercises for that. So if you have digestive dysfunctions, it can be because the spleen's energy is down, it can be because the stomach has less energy, and it can be because the liver's disturbing the stomach as well, because that likes to do that. The liver can upset the whole digestive system, yeah? So we're going to do an exercise from the stomach to start off with, and it's from Zang Qigong. We did one in the advanced one about the spleen, we're going to do one for the stomach this time. And the way direction, for a woman, you need to put your right hand with your left over the top, and for men, you need to put your left with your right over the top. It's to do with the yin and the yang hands. And so the yang hand is touching the yang body. And we're going to go, and it's going to go anti-clockwise, but the easiest way to remember that is to go from the top to the right, to the bottom, to the left. So it goes top, and then towards the right, towards the bottom, towards the left. And so this is the way you're circling, and this is anti-clockwise. And that's the easiest way to remember. Trying to work out whether you're the clock or not is a bit tricky. So it goes top, right, bottom, left, anti-clockwise. We're going to do this 9 times. Actually, we'll do it 12 times, eh? And so when we're doing this, we're thinking of the stomach. So our mind, our intention is coming through the energy from our palm of our hands, going into our stomach and around our stomach. And we're clearing out all of the energy or any blockages in the stomach itself. I'm doing that with my mind, my intention. I'm making sure there's plenty of blood supply to the stomach so it can do its functions. There's a good connection with the spleen's energy, so the spleen's connecting to the stomach. And I'm getting any blockages, and I'm regulating the acid that's in my stomach as well, and regulate the diet. Depends what time of the day, of course, whether you do this straight after you've eaten, which helps digestive function, or whether you're doing it outside of eating time, and then it's just tonifying the stomach itself and taking away any pollutant, any perverse chi, any rebellious chi that could be in the stomach area. And then we go the other way, and it goes top, left, bottom, right, and then that's as clockwise. Yep, top, left, bottom, right. Very good. We'll do this 12 times as well. Same thing again, I'm thinking of breaking up any perverse chi that's caught up inside my stomach, having the functions of the stomach, the digestive functions, bringing energy to all the enzymes in my stomach and all the acid in my stomach, and strengthening all of that so that it breaks down food easier. We are going to do one for the spleen as well. We'll talk a little bit about that when we get to it. We'll do a couple of stomach ones first. Very good. Now, once you've done your 12, stop at the top. And then you're going to do what's called point respiration. Now, this is a Duan practice. So you're going to push your hands in, and as you push them in, you're going to breathe out any perverse chi out of the stomach itself. Yeah. As you breathe in through the nose, it's going to breathe in all the good energy into your stomach. Feel your stomach expand. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. And feel it charging the stomach up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Cool, we'll do one more. Breathe in. Good, we're going to do the exercise again. So you're going to top, right, bottom, left. So we're going anti-clockwise first. So it's top, right, bottom, left. We're doing circles. We'll do 12 times, yep. And then the opposite way. Go top, left, bottom, right. Same thing again, my intention's inside my tummy, inside my stomach itself. The stomach's actually quite high. The stomach's not way down here. It's actually right just underneath where your rib cage is. It's right there. It's right below. It's almost touching your heart. Your heart and your stomach are really close to each other. That's why that's interesting why we're doing it. That's an interesting understanding. The why you feel, why people eat. Sometimes, not all the time, because sometimes why people eat, is they have a feel of emptiness inside their body. And if you have a feeling of emptiness inside your heart, and emptiness inside your heart, if you eat food and your stomach gets full, because it's right beside your heart, then your heart feels full, because the stomach feels full and they're right beside each other energetically. There you go. And so you have that idea of fullness in your heart. And of course, when the stomach empties out again, you have that emptiness as your heart comes back, and then you need to fill it back up again, and you eat full, because you know that when you eat food, it makes you feel good. But what it's doing is, besides getting the energy from the food, but what it does is make your heart feel full. Yeah. There's a bit of Chinese philosophy for you. Yeah. Good. 12 times clockwise. Good. And then point respiration. Push and breathe out. Breathing in. So of course, how you fix that is just get lots of energy in your heart. Then you don't need the food. Well, you need food, but you know what I mean. Definitely need food. The body needs nutrients, so it's okay. And breathe in. Good. So we're going to go to the traditional Bhagwan Jin set for this next exercise, which is the exercise for your stomach and your spleen. And so what's going to happen is, when we do this exercise, we're going to start with our hands. We're going to bring them back, both the hands up. And I'm going to have one hand up and one hand down like that. Yep. So one's up, one's down like that. Yep. Good. One's up. How's that for dyslexic? Don't you love it? I do like them. They're both down. So one hand's up like that. One up, one down. Don't mind me. Anyway, and so we're going to bring up, and that palm that's up, it's going to come up. And it's going to turn around, it's going to push towards the sky, and the bottom that's facing down is just going to go down, and you're going to feel the stretch. And then you're going to come back down, and you're going to turn the hand over, so now it's facing down, and the other one's going to turn up. So we get halfway, one's facing up, one's facing down like that. Don't bend forward, I just wanted to show you that. And the hand comes up from the bottom, the palm that's up, turns over, pushes up into the sky, still facing up, and the bottom hand goes down. That way, and you feel the stretch. Then it comes down, the top hand turns over, the palm down, and the other one changes, and it's got palm up. Comes up, turns, pushes towards the sky. Good. So as the top one comes down, it turns back over to face down. As it comes down, it faces down. As it comes up, it turns, so the palm's up. And halfway in the middle, they pass each other. One is up and one is down. And it stretches up. Turns, those palm stays up the whole time, pushes up into the sky, and the bottom one goes down. Good. Then you bring the top one down and the bottom one up at the same time. And the bottom one comes past your tummy. It comes past your body. The one from the bottom comes up past your tummy, inside the other hand, and then goes up. It does that both ways and pushes up. Good. And then comes down. Comes up past your tummy. Turns over. It comes up and brings the energy up the body. And then turns. So this exercise is really good for the spleen and the stomach. Now, when you get to the top, you feel the stretch. Feel the stretch of your hands going. One's going up, one's going down. Now, it's not necessarily, the arms don't necessarily go straight. Now, you have seen pictures of they go actually straight, but I encourage you just go to this sort of slight bend in your arms and then relax. And you breathe into the center, and then you breathe out as you push up and push down. Breathing out. Breathe into the center. And when they pass each other, start to breathe out. So the passing is the initiation where the breath changes. It changes at the top, breathing out and breathing in. And then next to the initiation happens in the middle. As soon as they pass each other, then breathe out. Perfect. Here you go. Breathing in. Breathe in and out through the nose. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And so the spleen and stomach, the spleen channel travels up the inside of my arm, or travels up the inside, both the stomach and the spleen travel up the rib cage, through the rib cage, and the spleen ends up underneath your arm and darbel. And so when you're reaching up, you're stretching the whole of the spleen meridian, and also the stomach meridian, you're stretching them. Stretch them both ways, and then we change. So you stretch the meridians on one side, and then you're going to stretch the meridians on the other. The stomach and the spleen the meridians don't go into the arms, but their partner does. The spleen and the stomach partner goes into the arms. But at this stage, we're just thinking about the spleen and the stomach, which both of them go to the feet. Yeah, breathing in. So this is a very good exercise to help tonify your stomach. We've done 2 stomach exercises today, help regulate the stomach digestive functions. Good, there you go. And then bring your hands down. Now we're going to go straight to the Heaven to Earth series of exercises, Heaven to Earth Qigong. And we're going to take the last exercise, which is preserving primordial chi, and you bring your hand down onto your tummy. So you start off at the lower dantian, below your navel, and then you're going to bring your hands up to your navel, remembering having your hands, the female has their right hand with the left over the top, men have your left with the right over the top, right over the top of your navel. And we're going to do 27 circles, and we're going to go anti-clockwise first, and then we're going to go clockwise. We're going to do 27, and as you get 27, you're going to get bigger and bigger circles. Yep. So we can start that off. So remember, it goes the anti-clockwise is top, right, bottom, left, and you're doing a little circle around your tummy. So this is going to help all the digestive functions of all the internal organs. But at this stage, we're doing it mainly for the spleen and the stomach, which we're going to get to when we get to the circles get bigger. So as we keep counting our circles, top, right, bottom, left, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. To 27, they'll be right around the outside. They'll be right through the thoracic cavity. You'll be big circles, yeah? At this stage, we're just slowly building up. And you start off around your navel, and it gets bigger and bigger around your navel, and it gets bigger around your thorax. Now you can do this at your own speed. If you don't need to actually have it rubbing on your skin. If you have a woolen jersey, you don't want to do this, otherwise you have these big marks on your woolen jersey. I can tell you that because I did that, and that's what I worked out, wrecked one of my good jerseys. So you can have your hands off, but because I've got cotton on it, doesn't have the same effect. So. And you do big circles 27 times. As I say, you go faster and faster. Now, when I do the circles, notice I'm not just doing this with my hands and just my arms are moving like that. Notice my whole body's moving. I'm going from side to side, my body's rocking as I do the circles. So the whole body's doing the circles. Even though my arms you can see my arms move, but the whole body's moving my arms. I'm not moving my arms by themselves. So I feel like the whole body's moving to do this. So it's a body exercise, not an arm movement. My mind's inside the organs. It started off from the centre around the navel to the small intestine, large intestine, bladder. Then as the circles get bigger, it goes up to your spleen, to your liver, to your stomach, then to your heart, then to your lungs. It goes all the way down to your prostrate for males. It goes down all your sexual organs, through your bladder if you go down the bottom. Right up the top and then down. Good. And then when you've done the 27, going right up to your stomach, and you think of energizing your stomach, energizing your spleen, then you stop at 27 and you go the opposite way. You go round. Now we're going top, left, bottom, right. And there's the big circles we start with, and we go all the way back to small circles again. And so this is out of the Heaven to Earth Qigong system. It also helps to move your energy or your qi back to your lower dantian. Has lots of functions, but the main function is to do with our digestive system. And we're strengthening our stomach today. To get rid of any stomach complaints, this is one of the easiest ways to get rid of digestive dysfunctions. This is an exercise. It's so effective because it gets all the energy moving that could be blocked in your stomach. Yep. So top, left, bottom, right. And then slowly go back. The circles get smaller, and of course they get faster as you get closer to you. Remember moving your whole body, not just your arms. And 6 and then 27. And then stop on your navel after you've done it 27 times. And then bring your hands back down to your lower dantian. So you return the energy, the surplus energy, the way you just move the energy around, you've done it both ways, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then you bring all the surplus qi that you don't need, you bring it back to your physical center, and by bringing your hands back to your lower dantian. And think of returning all the surplus qi back into your lower dantian. Yeah? Very good. Now we're going to do another exercise after this to clear out any perverse qi that's built up from all the energy we've got. We need to get it out of the body. And we're going to do an exercise called opening and closing of the lower dantian. It's part of the Duan opening and closing exercises. This is the last part of it. So you're going to bend down, bend your knees, and you're going to bring your hands to the back of the hands, and breathe them out. Now, I think right at it's either lesson 1 or lesson 2, or I think we do the stances. This is one of the early beginners lessons. You can go back to this and look at the opening and closing exercises, and you'll find this exercise. Yep. So you breathe out as you go out. So we're taking all the perverse qi out of our physical center, our lower dantian, pushing it out and bringing the good qi. Push out all the perverse qi, bring in the good qi. Good. And then put your hands back on the dantian, lower dantian, and stand back up again. Very good. And then rest your arms. So there's 3 exercises you can do that will help regulate your stomach. So if you have stomach, if you've eaten some food that's not good, you can do this. It'll help to regulate the stomach and help the functions of the stomach. Remember, if you've eaten food that's not good, of course, the body will want to get rid of it, and it goes out the bottom end very quickly. Or if it's really, really toxic, it'll go out the bottom and the top very fast because the body doesn't want it in the body. It's dangerous. So it's a normal function. When you have loose stools, it's a good function. The body's detoxing itself. You want it to do that. You want to flush out all that. Drink plenty of water and flush out all the impurities. It's a normal body function. So that's the stomach. So now we've tonified the stomach. Now we talked about the spleen in the stomach. The spleen gives its energy to the stomach, so it does the functions. And the spleen exercises are an advanced exercise. But what I gave today is I issued a challenge today, and so I'm going to issue it again today, about doing a 7-day challenge to lose 2 pounds, in 7 days. If you watch the other video, it talks a little bit about the functions of the spleen and the stomach and how we can do that, and how you can lose weight by exercising, and how you can lose weight by fasting, how you can get more energy. And so people need to put me in, because there's a couple of our staff, our whole staff's doing this, my wife's doing it, we're all doing it, for 7 days, just for 7 days. And we're going to set a training program for you, work out how many days you're going to train. I'm going to do a couple of days at the gym, because you need to train your muscles, keep them all active and strong. And then I'm going to do Qigong and Tai Chi for 4 days of the week, and then have my day off, my 1 day off that I get, so I don't exercise, just rest. So I'm going to do that, and that's what I'm going to set myself as a goal for the week. I challenge you to set a goal for your week, a fitness goal, where you go for a couple of walks during the week. It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can just go to the pool and go for a swim a couple of times a week. And listen to what I talked about in the exercise about the advance about the food and about the diet, how it actually manifests itself inside the body, and how you can lose weight that way. And this is the exercise part. So, and we'll check in. We'll do a check-in on next Tuesday. We'll check in to see how you're going. And you can write in the comments about how much weight you've lost and and do the exercise that are on the other video to do with the spleen. You can do these ones too, but these are more to do with the stomach. The other ones to do with the spleen, and I'll explain why the spleen is so important. So have a good week, everyone, and enjoy the exercise. Enjoy how it makes you feel. You know, if you exercise, you go for a walk, you just feel so much better. If you get the body's energy moving and you go for a walk, go for a swim, you always feel great after it. Yeah, and part of the great after it is, of course, if you're taking away any surplus parts of your anatomy that you don't need, like the fatty bits, if you get rid of that, it makes you feel good too. So it's a double win. One is you feel good for the exercise. Two is that you're losing weight. Now I'm losing this. The whole challenge, I must say, is not about how good my body looks to other people. I don't care how my body looks to other people, but it's how healthy I am. So my goal is my own body health, not so much how it looks. I'm not a bit old for worrying about whether it looks that good anymore, but I am very concerned about my health. So my motivation is to get good health, and I've put a little bit of weight on since I've been out in New Zealand, and since I've been doing the course, I've been eating out of my normal regime of eating, and so I'm going to put myself back into that place where I'm 100% back functioning properly again. So we're going to do this together, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that could possibly lose a little bit of weight. And as I say, I've got two of our staff who actually need to put weight on. They're a little bit slim, but there are people that have the thin, long person that has that body shape. They can eat like a horse and don't put weight on, and I understand that. So it's not easy to do that, but there are other people that are not that shape that could do with a little bit of food. But we've got a couple that need to put some weight on. So we're going to feed them up, and give them some good healthy food to feed them up, so they can. And if you're exercising, then it just turns into muscles and good tissue. It doesn't turn into fat when you eat too much. So we'll make sure we balance that out with the exercise anyway. So enjoy that, and as I say, go and look at the other video when it's posted today. Go and have a look at the video of the challenge, and we'll check in during the week, and we'll check in next week. So enjoy your week, and I hope those exercises are useful for if you have any digestive problems. I'm sure they'll make a huge difference. They're very good. Yeah, and there's some great Chinese formulas for when you have loose stools and things. If you have diarrhea and things, there's some great Chinese formulas to get rid of it straight away. Kills all the bugs. Anyway, have a good week, eh? We'll just bow out. Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. Go. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Open your palms, bring energy towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. Very cool. Enjoy your week. Enjoy walking around in the day, or swimming, whichever one you want to do. Whatever you do, bike riding, whatever your thing is that you like to do, set yourself a goal of doing a couple of those this week as part of an exercise regime for the 7 days. We'll see you all next week, and we'll have a check-in. Have fun. Bye-bye.